Hi, hello, and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto, and today we're heading off to Italy for round 13 of the 99 Formula 1 season. Let's get started.
Just before the free practice session begins, let's take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Häkkinen is running away with the Drivers' Championship. Schumacher, second. Coulthard, third.
We are 4th, Irvine 5th, Hill 6th, Barrichello 7th, Ralf Schumacher and Panis share 8th, Fisichella 9th, Trulli and Genet share 10th, Wirtz 11th, Herbert 12th.
Well, that covers the drivers. Let's take a quick look at the constructors next. McLaren lead the Constructors' Championship and arrive here having finished a legendary 1-2 in the last race. Can they do it again? Ferrari are second. Jordan are third.
Stewart 4th, Prost 5th, Williams and Benetton share 6th, VAR 7th, Minardi 8th.
Located just a few kilometers to the north of Milan, the legendary Monza circuit combines long straights with a mixture of chicanes, fast sweeping and 90-degree turns. The dedicated motorsports facility is the spiritual home of Italian motor racing and a cathedral for Ferrari and their fanatical fans, the Tifosi.
After a slightly disappointing race last week in Belgium, we arrived here in Italy to start off round 13 of the season, and as you can see it is raining, which will not play into our favor, but regardless, we still have to qualify. So let's see what we can do. Coming around for our first qualifying lap, we are followed closely by one of the VARs. We cross the line with a time of 1 minute 38.173 seconds, placing us in 16th for the moment. And now, coming around for our second time, the rain has no intention of stopping, but we cross the line with a time of 1 minute 34.836 seconds, which leaves us in 22nd. See you on the grid.
Hello there. Welcome to Italy for round 13 of the 1999 FIA Formula One World Championship. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Over 30 degrees and climbing. It's a fantastic day for Formula One. Häkkinen first. Coulthard consistently outpaced his championship rival, the Jordan driver. Schumacher third. Irvine fourth. Hill was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts 5th. Barrichello 6th. Schumacher 7th. Fisichella 8th. Johnny Herbert 9th. Wirtz 10th. Zanardi 11th. Pedro Diniz 12th. Zonta 13th. Jarno Trulli 14th. Villeneuve 15th. Jean Alesi 16th. Olivier Panis 17th. De La Rosa 18th. Badoa 19th. Marc Genet 20th. Takagi 21st. The Jordan driver 22nd.
And here we are now on the grid, ready to start off the race proper, and hopefully gain a couple of points today. And we're off. Another slow start on my part, but we close up on Takagi and pass him. Next we'll have Badoer and Genet in the Minardis, and we'll be looking to try and pass them into the double chicane at the end of this straight. For those of you who might not know, this was the last year in which this layout was used. It was changed in the following year to the layout we are now familiar with. But I like this one a bit more. It used to generate more exciting races, especially at the start. And now a replay of the start. As always, I struggle with the start, but everyone gets away cleanly, which is a good thing. Back to the race, Janae managed to get ahead of us, but we'll try to take back that position as soon as possible, whilst also fighting off Takagi. Going through Lesmo, we slowed down a bit in order to have a better exit through the first part of the turn, which gives us the opportunity to overtake Janae in the second part of Lesmo. And so we are now up in P20, and we'll have a look at Bador next, who is somehow pulling away from us. But we might be able to close in the gap at the end of the straight. Through the chicane, we cut down the gap by around 1/10 of a second. But as we exit the corner, he pulls away once more, increasing the gap to just under a second. But let's see if we can catch up to him through Parabolica. And it looks like Marc Genet somehow manages to find a bit more speed than us and gets in front. But he brakes early, allowing us to keep the position. We are now once again catching up to Bador with a gap of just under half a second between us. But again, he starts pulling away on the straight. I don't get it. How is the Minardi faster than the Jordan? On second thought, I think it's my driving and not the car that is the problem here. Anyway, we're now going through Lesmo once more, and we managed to close the gap on Bador to around 2/10 of a second. And we managed to get a better exit through the corner, and we're now slowly pulling in front of him. As we approach Variante Ascari, Bert is having gearbox problems, holding up everyone behind him, giving us the opportunity to gain a few positions. However, it won't really matter since I decided to use a slightly lower fuel load than usual, and will have to pit on this lap. I thought that by changing my pit strategy it might give me some sort of an advantage, but that clearly is not the case here, as you'll no doubt soon find out. And now, coming in for fuel and tires, we lose all those positions we've gained earlier. As I just said, I decided to run with a slightly lower fuel load, in the hopes of giving us an advantage, but that won't really happen. Somehow, everyone seems to be so much faster than me on the straights. And after a pit stop of 12.5 seconds, we are ready to rejoin the track. And we'll have to push hard because we have fallen back down to last place. On lap 6, we catch up to Genet and Takagi, and end up hitting Genet as we enter Variante Ascari chicane, breaking his rear wing and my front wing. Here's a replay of our accident, which I'm not very proud of. And we'll have to pit once more to replace our wing, and of course, since Genet will retire, I'll also have to serve a go-through penalty. And here we are coming in to replace our wing, after which I'll serve my penalty. I probably should have served the penalty first, and then replace my wing, but given the situation I didn't want to risk going for an entire lap without the wing. We are in a pretty bad state as it is, and any chance we might have had at finishing with points today are now gone. And after 9.2 seconds of being stationary, we are now ready to rejoin the race, and try and see what we can do from now on. We are now looking at a replay of Ricardo Zonta, who seems to be having brake problems, and that gives us a free spot, and at this point I'll accept anything. And I'm really sorry I can't give you guys a more entertaining race. Not that any of my videos are entertaining or anything, but a guy can dream, can't he? But here we are coming through the pits once more, this time to serve the drive-through penalty, losing us even more precious time. But at this point I've pretty much given up hope. I just want to end the race and be over with it. This is not a very good weekend for us. Later on, we get lapped by Hakkinen, then Coulthard, and finally Schumacher. At least we'll be able to end the race a lap early. But on lap 8, De La Rosa is having suspension problems. Perhaps the game has taken pity on me. Here is a replay of Pedro De La Rosa as he stops the car right in the middle of the track, and this will give us another free spot, which will put us up into 17th, 5 places above where we started. However, that's not to our merit. We are here because some drivers have retired. On lap 12, which is our last, we catch up to Takagi. We make slight contact as we enter Variante Ascari, but we slide past him, placing us up into 16th. And now, coming to Parabolica, we will cross the line in 16th, which in one part is good, all things considered, but on the other is kind of disappointing. Another race without points, and since we are so close to the end of the season, this isn't very good. With only 3 races remaining, we'll really need to up our game or else risk falling down into 5th in the championship, which isn't all that bad overall, but finishing our first season on the podium would be so much better. And starting next season, I'll probably start messing around with car setups, something I've never actually done. Maybe that'll help us be more competitive. But now it's time to pack up and get ready to leave for our next race, the European Grand Prix held at Nürburgring. Also, we will start the voting session for the team that we will be driving for in the next season. I'm actually quite excited to see what team I will be driving for, and it is going to be all in your hands. Not only that, but the driver I will be replacing as well. However, that's only next week, so you'll have to have patience for just a while longer. But it should be loads of fun.
After that fantastic Italian Grand Prix, let's take a look at the final results. Mika Hakkinen first. Coulthard second. Michael Schumacher third. Schumacher fourth. Hill fifth. Fisichella sixth. The Jordan driver 16th. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Mika Hakkinen extends his lead at the top of the Drivers' Championship.
Coulthard second, Michael Schumacher third, we are fourth, Irvine fifth, Hill sixth, Barrichello seventh, Ralf Schumacher eighth, Panis ninth, Fisichella 10th, Villeneuve 11th, Trulli Engineer Share 12th, Perth 13th, Herbert 14th.
McLaren increase their lead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are second, whilst third place is held by Jordan.
Stewart 4th, Prost 5th, Williams 6th, Benetton 7th, BAR 8th, Minardi 9th. Anyway guys, that's all for now, but join me next time when we'll be heading off to Europe for round 14 of the season, when I'll also tell you the rules and details of how the voting system is going to work. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.